sun's not shining. Good morning to you. Good morning, and happy Monday. I have a lot going on today, so I am not going to be live for very long. I'm going to be live until lunchtime, and then I got to get my stuff done. We are going to go out and feed some animals really fast, and then we are going to continue from there. So, anyway, a couple things. We haven't been on YouTube for just a little while. We had to do a fundraising, and so we did the fundraising on TikTok for a week, and then now we're back here to do YouTube live fundraising. We got a very generous donor to donate $5,000 or match up to $5,000 of donations over the next week. Excuse me 1 second, please. They're gonna match up to donations up to $5,000, and which we're desperately in need of help. For those who have not seen the video, we did have to put Max down. One of our main ambassadors, our 13-year-old boy, got put down last week. It was a very, very hard time, and we're still kind of recovering from that loss. Anyway, so welcome, and we're gonna go feed some critters and get to it. So, you guys ready? I'm trying to pump myself up to do it because I am just absolutely and utterly tired today. I'm tired every day, but today I'm a little bit more drained because it was a very emotional week last week, and now I'm catching up from that emotional fall. Excuse me, buddy. So we're gonna go out and feed some animals. We got some Amazon goodness sent in. Maybe we'll start with that to see if, hey buddy. Nope, you gotta stay. Wait, nope. Wait. Good boy. We're gonna start with some Amazon goodness that got sent in, and then we're going to continue from there. So, we had a lot of stuff happen last week. We got a few animals switched over to their new enclosures, and trying to continue operating. So we're gonna feed some animals today, but this is gonna fall straight down. We got Amazon goodness here. Whoa. Don't mind my messy cart. Yeah. First, before we go feed everybody, to see if there's any toys and stuff that we can give into the animals. It was supposed to be anywhere from it was supposed to get about up to 68 degrees today. I don't think that's gonna happen. It's pretty cold today. All right. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. A board of directors meeting tonight. There goes the Jets. Yay! Okay. Can't see them because it's too foggy. My multi-function shelf, which is so exciting. Ta-da! corner shelf. Yay! Okay. We needed this for storage. All right. Ta-da! So multi-function shelf that she sent in for us. It comes with the sticky stuff. Perfect. And she sent in the other caddy, the command caddy for us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's awesome. Cool beans. And then we got we got, oh my God, it's so cute. Hold on. This is from Judy Mitt. She says, enjoy the gift, love you, BWM. Look how little this jolly ball is. This is for the foxes. Oh my God, it's so cute. Look at this little jolly ball. We'll go give this to the foxes today. Oh my God, so cute. Okay. And then, this is what really, the donations and sending in enrichment stuff for the animals is just incredible. This is also from your last name, is it Lampley? Because this one makes it look like there's two R's. I think that they had an ink thing. Anyway, Cindy sent in, ooh, awesome, we are set. Sent us in, oh, there's a note. There's a note. Ashley, keep doing what you do. You're a great person for what you do. This sanctuary is the best place for all animals. Well loved and it's shown. Thank you again for the education you give on the animals. From Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. It's very sweet. She donated our heat lamps for our reptile enclosures. This is awesome. And then, last but not least, the big one. I think I know what this is, but we shall see what this is. Bow, bow. All right. This says, even though it's for reptiles, this is in memory of Max. So honored to have been able to meet him, from Tracy. Thank you, Tracy. She sent in, hold out here. Trying to get this to fall off and this to stay on, but I'm trying to get my hand underneath it. It's not, my elbow is not letting me do it. There we go. This is one of our 36 by 18 by 18 enclosures. That's going to be for our one of our ball pythons or our rattlesnake. I'm not quite sure which one yet, but thank you. We're redoing our whole reptile room right now because it's just definitely time to do it. And she sent in one of the enclosures. Thank you, thank you. So I'll put that together today or tomorrow and get our animal moved into that. And this is a good box for the cougars to play in. It's a little extreme, isn't it, for Amazon? It says like fragile all over it, and then they put it in a ginormous box with no cushion in it. The birds are singing their song this morning, aren't they? Okay, so, you go grab the jolly ball because we're gonna take that down to the foxes. Okay, here we go. Another day in paradise. Look at this little jolly ball. Isn't it cute? All right. Oh, birds. Oh my gosh. Oh, the sun's trying to break through that morning fog. All right. Back. No, Coop, this isn't for you, buddy. No, not for you, bub. No. I know you think it is, but it ain't. Wow. Brutus, I might need to fix that bed there for you. All right, so let's get you guys set up here real quick. Okay. All right. All right, we're gonna feed some animals here. I'm getting you guys all set up. There we go. Bink. Put this. Up there. But Cooper is not trying to want to get it all day. Holy Moses, it's cold outside today. I'm like getting tired of this like of weather. There it is. Okay. You guys ready? Let's feed some animals. I already did Salvador's this morning. I just need to reblend it. Then we'll get to going. All right, so this is for Salvador. Salvador's our giant anteater. That's for Sal. All right, now let's get everyone else fed, shall we? It is Monday, so it's a heavier meat day. You can hear the foxes. Robin's up here doing, holy Moses, that hurt. Something bit me. Freaking bugs, man. Feels like I just got stung by a bee. Morning. Jeez. It's just gonna be one of those days. Doggone it. I've been stung this year twice already. And it's been a long time since I've been stung. All right. Okay. So it's gonna be a heavier meat day today because it's Monday. They fast on Sundays. We feed a little bit heavier on meat on Mondays, and then more of our fruit and veggies tomorrow. So, goodness gracious, that hurt. That's all I needed today. Like, ha! Saga! Somebody took some of my organs this morning without permission. Thought I wouldn't notice that little slit in the corner, but I do. I never take your meat. Whoops. No. So these are some hearts and gizzards for the wonderful. I don't want your ball in my stuff at all, and Dobby, no. Cooper, if you, okay, get out. I don't want your ball in my trash can. Go away. Stinker. He's not in there looking for food. He just puts his ball into things. It's just, get out. You are, on the other hand, you are a fooder. Knock it off. Nope. Go. No. Dobby, go. Go. Dobby smells these beef organs and is like, heck yeah. That smells, or not beef, I'm sorry, chicken organs. Now Murphy's on his way over. Murphy, no. Good boy. All right, I'll get these over here for the foxes. Murphy, no. Good boy. Okay, now. And my head is underwater. Okay, so we got you and me. We got some lobster tail today for squeakers and for the raccoons. Yummy seafood, smells so disgusting. All right, then we got some shrimp that has been taken from. Some shrimp for the raccoons, some for squeakers. Gross. We're gonna be doing touch and goes today, so there's gonna be a lot of jets flying over, so sometimes we're in their pattern, other days we're not, so. You can hear the raccoons down, or the foxes down there squeaking away. All right, so we're gonna do, Dobby, go. We're gonna do some, you're not putting your ball. My trash can is shut. All right, we're gonna do some of this for Felix. I thought I had turkey bacon. I swear I pulled it, but I guess I didn't. Oh, you know what? I actually do think I have some. It's actually in the, it's in my defrost thing. I forgot. I did pull some frozen stuff. That's right. For today and tomorrow. The raccoons are already chirping away wanting their food. Gosh, flies this year, you guys, are gonna be so bad. I gotta put some of those fly things on my wish list. We have fly traps set out, and the ones that we got this year just are not attracting them like it once was. They usually work really well every year, and we usually try to get on it before like the flies really start. But this year, I don't know well, I do know what's going on. We're having complete devastation within the ecosystem is what's going on. But, okay. Here we go. No. Go, back. No. Let me get more meat. I'm gonna clean this drawer out. Excuse me. Good boy. No, sir. Come on. We're gonna give some of this to Felix and some of this to Squeakers. No. Go. So what's that? Try a little bit here. See if he likes it. Try a little bit with him. We're gonna do a little bit here, a little bit there. All right. Now, where's my stuff? There it is. Now this is totally safe. It's a cleaner that I use that even if I sprayed it directly on their food, it wouldn't hurt them. It's an actual vet cleaner. You can spray it inside their mouth. You can even spray it into their eyeball if you absolutely had to. It's not going to hurt them, but it does disinfect. So it's really, we do that. We also do that with vinegar too. Now vinegar we don't obviously use on wounds and stuff, but this stuff we can actually use on wounds if we choose to. There's a little bit different of a formula for it for the wounds, but you can use it. All right, now let's get the good stuff here, shall we? No, here. Here. Cooper! Cooper! Come on. Brutus, no. Good boy. Cooper, hey. Get over here. No more. No more. You leave that anteater alone, okay? Leave them alone. Alright, so now we're gonna get a porcupine here. Porcupine is a herbivore, so no meat for beanpole. Uh-oh, Murphy just grabbed your ball, Cooper. Uh-oh. That's trouble right there. We're gonna do some banana for our marmoset. Okay, we'll do half a banana for one of the coatis. Did he steal your ball? Did he steal your ball? Then I got some really ripe ones in here, which is fantastic. This is how the coatis like them banana bread worthy. So like in the wild, they'll actually, you know, go find like rotten fruit that's fallen. And that's what the giant anteater and the coatis will go for first. So we give them a couple bananas, give them a couple eggs. Okay. We're gonna give a couple of these to the skunk because they like them like this also. They don't eat the peel, they just like to eat the innards. A couple of them. Let's get rid of them. Alright. Then we're going to do a couple corn on the cobs for beanpole. My Malin was like, what in the heck are you doing laying next to me? Cooper. No. Forgot to charge their e-collars today. I thought they were charged and I brought them out and they started to roughhouse, and my e-collar, all I gotta do is vibrate them to kind of kick it out of it or tone them. And I went to go tone them because him and Brutus were getting too far, too much play. And I was like, oh shoot, they're not charged. Just one of those days. I had my broccoli salad today for lunch. So we're gonna do 2 eggs here, 2 eggs for them, 4 eggs for them. These are a hard-boiled egg. We do a hard-boiled egg. Now you don't need to do hard-boiled eggs. We just have some animals that prefer the hard-boiled eggs over that. These guys eat chicken eggs in the wild, right? So obviously they're not cooked when they eat them. And actually some of these guys will eat them rotten. I'm going to take the yolk actually out of one of them and give it to Odie, my skunk, and then I'm going to stick that in there. We'll do the same thing here for Cargo. Take the yolk out. I'm going to do that same thing for my marmoset. Give them a little bit of yolk. And then do that in there for them. All right. Now, let's see here. We're gonna do some peanuts. I gotta get some apple and stuff for beanpole. Cantaloupe. Oh, and some grapes for my skunk or my raccoons. Do this because it's kind of at that use it or lose it section here. A couple of these for the coatis. We'll do, I don't know why that's not beeping. Here comes another one. if my wealthy neighbor will try suing the military for flying their jets over. Say that they're too noisy. Who knows? Hey, I know you guys see the squirrels, but calm down. My foxes are like, feed me now. Okay. This. All right. Excuse me. You don't need to eat corn on the cob. You don't need to eat any of this stuff, Murphy. No. I love you, Murph. All right. These are the foxes. Now. Got a little bit of an apple. Alright, now they do eat all the apple, so stickers for sure gotta be taken off of your apple. Alright, so we'll do that. Got some apple chunks for bean pull. Do some apples. They're loud today. They're like, feed me now, we're starving, right, Brutus? We're starving. They're not really starving, they're okay. They always have access to kibble, like always have access to kibble, so they're not hungry. Do you want an apple? Mm-hmm. You want an apple? My dogs are like, gosh, I wish you would cook for this. Like, I wish you would cook for me like this at home. And my kids and my husband probably say the same thing. What do you want tonight? Chicken nuggets or corn dogs? No, totally kidding. Last night yesterday, I made a big salad and I made some chicken so I could do a chicken Caesar salad throughout the week. And I did a broccoli salad so that I had that for lunches through the week. And what else did we do yesterday? I cooked just a little bit yesterday, but not a ton. All right, so ready to give some grapes to my coati. Give some grapes to my other coati. Give some grapes to my wonderful little raccoons here. Oh, private planes are flying over today too. It's a foggy day to do that. So raccoons get some grapes. We're gonna do some grape for my porcupine. My Chow Chow Sharpei is on a mission to unalive a squirrel today. They're not having very much success. They're a little too quick for them. A couple grapes for my little marmoset here. And then those. Hey, that Jolly Ball's not for you. That's for the other doggos, the wolves. All right. I think that's probably pretty good. All right, peanuts. Let me go get some peanuts. Oh wait, they're in bags. I forgot. Ah, they're in a bag. Peanuts. A little handful of peanuts to each one of these guys. Huh? Yeah, so are the planes, so are the foxes. Jets flying over to go crazy. Oh, I heard him. I heard him in there. All right. Wheeling away. What did you try liver and gizzards with? Red? All right. Let's load up my thing and gets to going. I have a ton of stuff that I gotta put in the refrigerator here in a little bit. Boop.
Murphy, what did you do to your bed?
That's Brutus did that.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's Brutus for you. I can tell you that I have never, you would not think that the mix between a Anatolian Shepherd Pit Bull with a tiny bit of Boston Terrier in him would be so slow and doo-doo as Brutus. But he is.
But he's capable of moving fast. When you were up there letting just put the foxes away, he was cooking.
The goats?
Or the goats, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, he can be fast, but he runs like a little old man. He walks like a bulldog almost, and he can run, and he does run. It just doesn't take him a lot to completely.
Is Anatolian his main?
Yeah.
Don't they usually have longer hair?
They can. It's medium. It's medium. It's like German Shepherdish, but a little bit shorter. But yeah, he has more of the pit bull. I mean, it's the mix. It's definitely the mix of the short coat, but he's definitely not fast, but he is definitely a guardian dog. Like he takes his guard. Hold on, I'll get it. Guarding duties very, very serious at home.
Whenever I see them online, unless there's a reason to move fast, they're usually just walking around.
Well, they do perimeter checks, but
yeah,
they're fast dogs. But they're not do dogs like Brutus is. And he's super small. Like, it's so funny because he has the markings of an Anatolian, but he has like the slight head of a pit bull and the body structure of a pit bull, but then he's like takes not the height of a Boston Terrier, but like it's like the Boston Terrier like stunted his growth a tad bit. So he's kind of a nut. You're kind of a nuthead. You're kind of a nuthead. And it's like you're looking in a fishbowl all the time. He's got cross eyes. It's like the cutest thing ever. Are you the cutest thing ever? Are you the cutest puppy ever? Yes, you are. Are you a nuthead? Are you a doo-doo-doo? Are you a doo-doo-doo? Are you a doo-doo-doo? But yeah, he's the first one that when the German Shepherds come out, he's like, he's on his way to save the day, huh? Protect your little people. All right, let me go drop this. I'll come back, grab you. We'll do the marmoset. My watch is already dead for the day because I forgot to charge it. Yeah. You're a good boy, Brutus. You're a good boy, Brutus. But I was doing, so I started STS training with Brutus. He's not fast enough. He's not fast enough. When you do like a center or an orbit or anything like that, it like he's just like on his he's so slow. That's hilarious. don't like my package, lady. Okay, here we go. Time to go feed all the critters. Guys ready? Let's go feed the animals. What you've all been waiting for. Critter feeding. I'll just step over you, Maple. Don't worry about it. All right, now, stay. All right. Let's go up here into our lovely gift shop. That's not really a gift shop anymore because we don't do tours. We're gonna go see Darwin. Oh my goodness. All right, buddy. Oh, hi. This is Darwin. Don't chirp at me with that. No? You want me to go get your fruit cup? Let me go get him his fruit cup real quick. Bruce! Hey! Brutus! Stop! Bruce! No. No. Leave Dobby alone. Murphy. No. The moment I leave premise, they're like, oh my gosh, be crazy! Be crazy, be crazy! All right, he's looking for this. This is Darwin. He was a confiscation. It's illegal to own primates in the state of Washington, so he came to us. Trying to get you guys close to him and on both cameras. There we go. Come on, Dad. Isn't he adorable? He's got a little tiny piggy nose. You're so cute. Hi, sweetie. I'm gonna put your cup down. Got it? Okay. Grab your little cuppies. Don't worry, his little feet can't get pinched in there. They have enough gap. They thought about that when building these enclosures. There's actually a gap between the shelf. Hi, kittens. Where's Normal? I haven't seen Normal for, oh, there he is. I was gonna say I haven't seen Normal today, but Normal is right there. So Pam sent in our automatic litter box. Oh my God. Fantastic. You can get them on TikTok Shop for $127 here and there, or $160 on Amazon or on TikTok Shop. And I invested in one when it went on sale for $160. It's the best investment I've ever made. I had the litter robot, but that's like a $700 one. But I had that when it first came out, and then it broke over, 6 years of use, and I haven't had one since. Well, I have 5 cats at my house, and oh my gosh, to be able to just not have to scoop litter is like, hallelujah. And you save so much in litter too, because it, just the way it works. Okay, anyway, this right here is Beanpole. Bean is a North American porcupine. She actually can be found right here in our backyard. Now, a good Samaritan oh, and Fox. That's Anne screaming at Anizio. Bean is following me to get her food. All right. So Bean actually can quill me if she wanted to. Now let me flip you guys around and I can actually read comments. Give me one sec. They're just talking over there. That's just what foxes talk like. They can just be loud and obnoxious. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can get her to poof up to show me her quills so you guys can kind of see. I'm gonna run the back part of my camera tripod on her back to see if she'll poof up for me. Yeah, see, she's like not even threatened at all. She's like, okay, lady, I know who you are. Oh, do you really? White tigers are amazing. Tigers in general are amazing. Let me go feed this. Now, who's screaming now? Oh, that's Taz. Taz is screaming now. All right, hi, Taz. There's Taz. There's, hi, Ann. Hello. I'm getting your food right now, lady. I'm getting it right now. Ma'am. Okay, so you guys know the drill. I'm gonna go in here safely first, then I will come grab you. But they're right at the door when I'm right here. So I don't want to worry about a tripod. Hi, Taz. Okay. So here they are, eating their little food. So this is Anne, that is Anisio, that is Taz, that is Chloe, that is Rascal, and here comes Swiper. Swiper, no swiping. Now these guys came to us from a fur farm. Michaela at Save a Fox, she had a mission of rescuing 500 of these foxes from a fur farm. She was able to rescue 400 in a year, and she's been working on the last 100. Unfortunately, she's no longer with us. She took her own life due to online bullying and rescue harassment, rescue on rescue harassment. And it's very real a situation for us rescues to deal with. Unfortunately, there is a lot of rescues that are not so kind, and they find that it's their duty to try to destroy other rescues, and it's pretty sad. So we were able to take 12. This is a group of 6, and then we're gonna go feed the other group of 6 also. Chloe, 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 you got berries all over your head. She's got berries all over her head. Stinker. She's trying to get them off. She's itching them back there. So funny. It's like when our sulcatas eat berries and stuff. They look like they just are carnivore sulcatas, and they're not. Oh, I'll change your water here in just a minute. I know I leaf blew this morning, and so I gotta change all your guys' waters. I'll do that here in just a sec, okay? So this right here is Squeakers. This is a Cotamundi, also known as a Coate. Hi, sweet boy. Let me go your food. Let me find Squeaker's bowl here. He has the lobster. All right. So Squeakers has the lobster here. I had to find his bowl. Let me get in there real quick. Just, if you come from the outside, she's not going to move.
You know something sad I heard today?
Sorry?
Something sad I heard today? Theodore Huxtable guy is gone.
Oh no.
He drowned.
Where?
In Costa Rica.
no. Oh no, he was on the recruit too.
Malcolm Jamal.
Over here. Thank you. Or the residents. That's what it was, the resident. He was on the resident also.
He's always a really positive person.
He played a jerk on the resident.
Did he play a good jerk?
Yeah, well, it wasn't, he was just direct, which people would consider as jerkish. There was no, So this is Squeakers. He's a Cotamundi, also known as a Quaddy. Hi, honey. He is very food aggressive. Nope, I haven't given him the ball yet. Yeah, that's so sad. That's devastating. He wasn't that old either.
54.
Yeah, not that old. It's so hard. There's so much AI stuff. You don't know what to believe when it comes to any of that stuff anymore until you actually see it on the news. Or multiple newses, and then you're like, oh, okay, I guess it did happen. All right, so this handsome man here, he absolutely loves his bananas. Told you he likes them overripe. It is very sad about Michaela. Absolutely. Then we're gonna come over here to these raccoonies. I know, I'm gonna clean your guys' waters and stuff out here in just a little bit. This is our raccoons. Let me go get his. No bike glove day. Excuse me, raccoons. La 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 la. Oh gosh, your guys' net. This net is driving me crazy. When they step on this net in certain directions, I gotta get the other ball real quick. You got your eggs and stuff? Alright, so here's our little baby raccoons. Not so much babies anymore. All right, so these are our raccoons. This is Percy, Apollo, Miko, and Rocket. They probably would enjoy that. Did you guys read that there was a family of raccoons that destroyed the back of a Cybertruck to get into the back trunk? And their assumption was that it kind of resembles like how a dumpster lid comes down, and that was their assumption, that the raccoons just mistaked it for a dumpster. Whole family was living in the back of his Cybertruck in one night. Oh, it's so funny. Raccoons are smart. Or they just wanted to ride in more luxury. So they're eating some grapes, digging for those eggs. There goes that next one. Yeah, that's how he eats grapes. He puts his head up in the air. That's how I know when Percy is eating grapes, because she always puts her head up. Or he always puts his head up. Dig, dig, dig. Dig for those grapes. Just Percy does that. Percy does that. That's not, I don't think that's a normal raccoon way of eating. I think that's just Percy's way of eating. I think she wants to keep all the grape juices in her mouth. This is pure assumption. Or in his mouth, and so he puts his head up. All right. Here is Salvador. Good morning. Hello, handsome man. Did you spill stinker. You stinker. Gotta rinse your thing out. That noise is making him anxious. So I'm gonna wait until he turns around. This is Salvador, a giant anteater. Get you guys on them while he eats. This is Salvador. And I'm gonna fill up his water while you guys watch him eat some food there. I gotta turn it to the right setting. All right, so Salvador is a giant anteater. I've had Sal for a really long time. He's gonna spill his food, maybe. All right, so we've had Salvador here for a very long time. You can see that it has a very long tail. That long tail actually plays as a role that almost as if he has two heads. Pretty cool, huh? Am I from mom? Yeah, I originally came from a mother. That's how I was created. And now I'm a mother. So my kids also came from a mom. So anyway, all right. Let's change, since we're here, let's change these waters while we're here. Okay. Because I leaf flew this morning, which led to dirty water. What are you chewing on? You chewing up a plant? I can go get you some plants. All right. No bite. What you gonna do? Okay. Water change. Sorry, I can't handle the animals not having fresh water right now, especially since the days are becoming so warm. Beans actually hurt Leoder's fine bean. All these were washed just the other day. Okay, we're gonna go feed Squeakers and, or not Squeakers, sorry, Felix and Skunk and more foxes. Give me one sec here. Water my tree, like so. Alright, they're gonna make a peanut mess for me this morning. Now, one of their waters was perfectly clean, but I'm here, so why not just get it all switched out. So these raccoons here we've had for, actually since we built these enclosures. We did get Maurice's beak trimmed the other day. It went really well. Now people think that raccoons wash their food. They don't. Water heightens the, I mean, there's always the exception to the rule, but normally what happens is water heightens the sensory that they feel in their feet by 4 times, and so it just feels really, really, really cool. So people ask, why don't you have water next to their food? Well, for one reason, they don't use it, so there's no point. Second of all, if they really wanted to go wash their food, they have 3 water sources in here, 2 buckets and 1 trough that they are welcome to go take their food to and put it in there if they absolutely choose to. I actually don't like it when people put food in water to feed some of their animals, because unless it's an actual aquatic animal, because water sometimes can have a lot of bacteria in it, and now you're soaking a food in chlorine because we use chlorine to keep our water clean, right? So I'm trying to find Odie's here. Odie has one that has some more peanuts. That's one. Okay. So we're gonna take these 2 over for our Skunk and our Coati. All right. This is Odie. And I got some dishes to do. All right. Here we go. Hi, honey, Skunky. How are you, Odie? Careful. Step. All right, so there's Odie. Now we're gonna come to this patient boy over here. This is Felix. Hi, Felix. Good morning, sweet ray of sunshine. How are you doing today? Are you doing good? All right, so this is Felix. He's gonna throw his melon. I don't want this melon, I want this egg. I want this egg right here. I'm gonna break it open with my big old nose, and then I'm gonna eat all the yolk inside. Yeah, Garfield is one of our cats inside of our cabin. Look at that cutie patootie. Now this guy came to us from a massive neglect situation. I'm really glad that somebody found him and brought him to us. He was in a really bad situation. When we got his x-rays done, he had had a hip that was dislocated but had healed incorrectly. He had a BB in his shoulder. He had so many fleas on him that he was so anemic that we couldn't even draw blood from him. It was a very, very scary time, and we didn't even know if he was going to come pull through, to be quite honest. Super sad, super scary. he got a low dosage of ketamine to knock him out so we could do all the examinations and stuff that we needed, and it took him like 6 hours to wake up. It was scary. It was very touch and go. So we stayed with him and waited for him to start to regain his consciousness. And for those who have worked with ketamine for animals, it's usually like a 15-minute sedation, depending on your dosage, of course. But sadly, our foxes are screaming over here. I gotta go feed them. Okay, I gotta pick this up with my other hand because my elbow is just not doing well today. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Everyone's all quiet because they're eating so well. All quiet because we're having some good food. All right, we're gonna stop at Cargo. You won't see Cargo because Cargo's nocturnal. And she is all bundled up in her little bed. All snoozing, all nice and sound asleep. We'll get Cargo here. All right, we're gonna pass some alligators here. Enjoying the sunshine. La 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 la. Then we're gonna head over to these foxes. Hi babies, are you hungry? Yeah, are you hungry? Okay. All right, I'm coming. Calm down, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Stop! Stop! Silly guy. Alright, I'll bring you guys in here. Here we go, here we go. Alright. There's Faith. Hi, Faith. Hi, sweet girl. You match my shoes. All right. So we have Faith, we have Edward, we have Akasha, we have Dexter, and we have little baby girl up here. Do you want me to grab you some, honey? Okay, hold on. I'll reach my hand into these foxes. I'll grab you some stuff here. There you go. Oh, they're falling through the cracks. It's raining organs. All right. So that is a lavender. That's Edward. And then Faith is a champagne platinum. Then those are our two red foxes. That is, hold on. I gotta see their faces, not through the camera. That is Todd and that is Dexter. Then we have beautiful Akasha right here and Audrey right here. And they're all getting along so well. Oh, Lex. Come on. Yeah, Faith has been joining the group more since she took over the platform. Did you take over the platform? Yeah. It's raining organs. Hallelujah. That's what my foxes would be singing. They're like, hallelujah. Good. I'm so glad you got a notification. You guys are so cute. You're so cute. Is that all? You got full bellies? Do you want some more, Akasha? Sorry, guys. I don't mean to scare you, but I'm going to grab some more for Akasha. She's hungry. Here, Akasha. Or, sorry, Audrey, I mean. There you go, baby girl. Mm-mm. No. Oh, no. We're not raising them as food. No. None of the animals that come here are used for food. If someone dropped off 12 rats, they would live here. But I do buy my rats already dispatched and frozen from Rodent Pro. So if they come in dispatched, obviously they stay dispatched. But if they come in live, we don't do that. Are they vaccinated? Well, they came from a fur farm. You actually don't have to legally vaccinate through the USDA exotic animals. The chances of them getting, well, first of all, rabies vaccinations and all that stuff is not actually tested on exotic animals, so it's not deemed as something that is that would for sure work. These ones did, however, get vaccinated before they got sent to us just because of transport reasons, but you don't have to vaccinate these guys for stuff. So, all right. Hi, bud. How you doing, silly boy? La 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 la. La 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 la. Let's walk back this way. It's 11:32. Go check on these guys real quick. Get my dishes to the sink. Roll up my hose. All right. Put you guys on squeak scoos here while I grab my dishes real fast. Why are only animals being questioned? I don't know what you mean by that. I can't see the screen all the time when I'm walking and doing my tasks, so I can't answer all the questions, but if you look to the comments, people who have been following us for a long time and our mods will answer your questions most likely. So we do not have tigers, or we have cougars. This is a coatimundi, also known as a coati. Hi. Okay, let me go get my dishes real quick to put them to the sink. You can watch them for a minute. Isn't he cute? So we've had this boy for almost over 10 years because we had him before Jeremy and Holly were working here. So this guy's getting pretty old. We have a lot of very elderly animals here right now, which is absolutely tragic. Because it's a hard thing. We have some young ones too. Prince and King are old. Sorry, Prince and King are old. Tino and Tundra are young. Those are some of our wolf dogs. But for the most part, all of our wolf dogs are 7 and older right now. Right? Yeah, Jeremy is getting old. We are in Anacortes, Washington. So people know kind of what we do, because if you're new here. So my name is Ashley, and I've been doing wildlife education and rescue for 26 years, since I was 12 years old. We started our nonprofit organization in 1998, and I took over the organization in June of 2020. I'm not gonna get into the details about that today, honestly, because I'm just not in the mood. But you can watch our videos and it will show you what happened. So, we have recently been switching over our nonprofit rescue to just rescue exclusive with sanctuaries and government authorities. Now, we've worked with government authorities for a very, very, very long time, well over 20 years. And we exclusively work with animal controls, the USDA, and then we do private turnovers when necessary. A lot of times animal control will come in and be like, we don't want to have to write up these people. They're willing to turn over the animals so that they don't get citations. Will you take them? And they do a voluntary turnover from the owner themselves. This is a coatimundé, also known as a coate. This is a South American one. So we have over 100 animals and 56 different species. We just recently had our USDA inspection and passed with flying colors. We just took in 12 foxes and 2 new wolf dogs. This year alone, we've done 12 foxes and 3 wolf dogs. I'm trying to think if there's anything else since January. I don't think so. I also have 5 domesticated dogs that are coming to me in a couple of weeks to help out another rescue. So, very, very busy all the time. Now, we just give animals a retirement home so that they don't have to be euthanized. Obviously, this is a specialized line of work to be able to work with several different species like sloths, coatis, foxes, wolf dogs, cougars, bobcats, reptiles of all different kinds. So we just give an animal that well-deserved forever home to where they can just live their life out comfortably and be who they are, get the proper diets, and just, we love them for the rest of their lives. So we don't put animals down unless it's medically necessary. There is several times where it's medically necessary to put down an animal. I just had to put down my 13-year-old boy, Max, which is absolutely tragic. We're picking him up today from cremation. He had cancer and he was done. And so we had to listen to him, and it was incredible. Sophie is doing great. We did have a donor who donated for her surgery. So we are going to get her surgery lined up and paid for and get her all taken care of. She's a rescue bird that came to us with an intermediate prolapse cloaca, and she does need a tacking surgery done. So we're going to be doing that. But we did have a donor donate to get that surgery done, which is amazing. Now we do have a $5,000 matching program right now going. We had a donor come in last week and offer to match up to $5,000 of donors this week. So if you are interested in helping our organization out, you don't think so, but if 5,000 people donated $10, our organization would be safe for a couple of months. And then if 2,500 people donated $20, we'd be able to raise our money to be able to take care of animals. Now, I kind of want to put into perspective, people go, $30,000 to $50,000 a month to run your organization. Like, isn't that expensive? Not really. Not considering all the species that we have and all the food and the propane and the facilities and the employees and all of that we need to be able to run well. We did have, oh, that's right, I did take that blue tongue skink in. Zucchini. Yeah, came from Critters & Co. So, yeah, I'm going to be releasing a newsletter of all the animals that have come in this year alone, thanks to everyone's support. Oh, well, welcome here. Welcome here. You're the loudest eater ever. Sophie came in. That's right. I'm glad you guys remember. My brain is completely shut down today. So it's been a long, long morning and I have a long, long night. We are on Facebook, yes. We're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Now TikTok, we only go live right now once or twice a month right now because we used to go live there every single day, but it's just not a good, it's just not a good, just not a good platform anymore, in my opinion. It's very controversial and it's becoming a very angry platform. Like, angry. Lots of abuse being done on that platform. A lot of abuse of people, opinions. It's very tragic to see because that's not what it used to be. It started out actually a very good thing. Plenty of shadows. I don't know what that means. So, anyway, we got lots of trees, if that's what you mean. It's a beautiful location. Sorry, Squeaks. Spraying down her, he likes to pee and poo on his logs over here. So I'm just rinsing it down because I saw a spot that had urine on it. I don't want it to get all stinky. So, you know I won't spray you. No, I wouldn't spray you. That would be mean. That would be so mean. Wouldn't do that. And then Salvador's dragging his bowl slowly into his enclosure. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, shade. Yes. They all have, so all of our animals have shaded and heated areas. They also have misters to cool the air when it's too hot. Our wolf dogs and everyone have a set of misters going through their enclosure. They also have half covered, half exposed because some animals actually enjoy the rain. The only one that doesn't have half exposed is Squeakers because Squeakers actually does not enjoy the rain. Oh, you're in Oregon. So they all have, and it's clear corrugated fencing, and then we have just beautiful trees and stuff to keep everyone nice and shaded. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. So anyway, we have 15 minutes left, and then I am going to be, I have a couple animals I got to take care of today medically, which is always fun. We did release, I am going to post the beak trimming of Maurice onto my Patreon. Excuse me one sec. I apologize. I'm saying a lot today. My brain is just completely toast and fried today. Just completely fried. I really need to take a vacation, like very desperate. Leave the squirrels alone. Those are my dogs growling. So, but the joys of all of this. All right. We do a ton of dishes on a daily basis here, obviously. So, lots and lots and lots of dishes every day for our animals. All of these bowls and everything were sent in by you guys from our Amazon wish list. So I'm going to kind of finish with a couple quick ways in which you can help our organization. We currently are renovating our symbolic adoption platform to allow people to symbolically adopt animals. We do not put a price tag on how much it takes to be able to symbolically adopt an animal. We are grateful for $1. We're grateful for $5. We're grateful for $50. We are grateful for any symbolic adoption that comes in. Now these symbolic adoptions, when you adopt an animal, they actually come with a PDF package about your adoption, with an adoption certificate saying that you adopted that animal, and it signs you up for a monthly donation. Now another way you can help our organization is by joining our Patreon. Now our Patreon is an exclusive platform. Now all of that is going to be changing again. We are going to be changing our tiers again to do it a little bit differently. So we are going to be doing our tiers from $1 to $25 and then offer a symbolic adoption for those who want to donate $50 or $100 a month. They can get our Patreon and then they can symbolically adopt an animal based off of that, because we get more of the proceeds when it's done through an adoption than when it's done through Patreon. But Patreon is an exclusive platform for us that allows you to see stuff like trimming of beaks and medical care and when rescues are coming in and all of that kind of stuff. So, I gotta stop saying it. Now I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to be taking, I got I got a text message from a rescue that I greatly respect down in Texas. Love her dearly. She does great work, does temp testing on all of her dogs before adopting them out, does all the quarantining, does all of that. She handles all of it. Her paperwork is always spot freaking on. Her contracts are great. Anyway, I have the utmost respect for her and what she does. It is Janelle at Redstone Husky. Now, she has been helping out another rescue and doing her on top of her own rescue, and her kennels are currently full. She just took in 2 emaciated dogs that are going into quarantine to start to get healthy and better before she introduces them to her other dogs. Now, if you're looking for, she has this gorgeous dog available right now, and she can ship pretty much anywhere in the US. They're gonna start a howl for you. And quite honestly, I would probably adopt this dog if I didn't already have 10 of my own. She's like this German Shepherd mix. She's absolutely just the cutest freaking thing ever. She's just got this long flowy hair, and she's just the sweetest thing ever. Anyway, it's on her website. You can find it at redstonehusky.org. Anyway, she got these puppies that were literally dropped off, I kid you not, at a cemetery, abandoned, just a whole group of puppies, abandoned, left to survive, all on their own. And she sent out a text message to different rescues and stuff saying, hey, I need help. I don't have the space to do this right now, but I can't abandon these puppies. And so I contacted Debbie with Critters & Co. up here in Clinton, Washington. Debbie does all the domesticated dog and cat rehoming, re-rescuing, and all that kind of stuff. And the one thing that I love about Debbie is that I could take on 35 dogs personally and foster them. And as long as I foster them, Debbie will help me get them rehomed. So it'll all go through Critters & Co. because that's her specialty. But I'm going to be fostering so that we can get these 5 puppies up here. Now, just kind of put in perspective of how expensive that is. So 5 little puppies abandoned. Now it's costing us $1,250 for transport, and that is not including the health certs and all that kind of stuff. When you add the health certs and the vaccinations, you're looking at $1,500. So those 5 puppies, it's $1,500 to get them up here. That's just to get them up here. Not to mention all the deworming, the microchipping, and the quarantining, and the boarding because Janelle does, all of, when she rescues a dog, it goes to her facility, stays at her facility until it gets adopted. She doesn't do all the fostering and all that kind of stuff. So, that way she knows the behaviors and she can help match you up with the dog that will fit your lifestyle. Now, if you guys would love to help us get those puppies up here, transport has been secured for 7/31, so they'll be coming to me about August 2nd, and then they'll be available for adoption around August 3rd. And then all adoptions will be going through Critters & Co. I believe the adoption fee, we'll find out what that's going to be from Debbie when they get here. But Debbie's adoption fee for younger puppies, that actually includes the cost of a spay and neuter. So we don't spay and neuter puppies under 6 months up here because it's not, a lot of vets frown upon that, right? And it's just not, for me it's just not a good practice. So, this rinsed off. This is my last two, and then we'll go see one more animal, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. But if you guys are interested in following that story, most of that story is gonna be posted on my Patreon, which is an exclusive platform under our $10 tier and above. So, and then my podcast has kind of been on a standstill because I currently have somebody who's massively harassing me and bullying me and stalking me via on here. And so I've had to kind of back off a little bit until we can get that resolved because they're taking my copyrighted content off of Patreon and making videos and posting them, trying to make me look bad. So, anyway, and the sad part is she's a rescue. So, anyway, get these all rinsed out. This is my last one. Oop. There we go. Get the gravel and the leaves out of here. So, anyway, isn't that fun? So if you guys are wanting to help us out, Patreon's a great way to do so. And again, that's how you know what's going on with all the rescues and all of that kind of stuff. When we get a rescue, Patreon sees it first. When we move animals, Patreon usually sees it first. We do it occasionally on here, but Patreon usually is the one who gets it. And I'm just really upset that my platform that was made for people who actually wanted to really support the organization has been taking stuff from my copyrighted platforms to be able to try to harm the nonprofit and myself. And the sad thing is what she's doing is she's taking content and she's manipulating it. She's taking my words from different lives and trying to make it look as if I'm this horrible person that doesn't know what I'm doing. So anyway, it is what it is. But I'm not going to, it honestly doesn't matter. At this point, it's such a small platform trying to create harm that I have to just let it go. Back up. Stay. No. I know your obsession with light has become real. This season, the butterflies. Cooper loves chasing butterfly shadows, and it has created quite the obsession, unhealthy obsession, actually, that we're working on right now. But he really loves chasing butterfly shadows. It's very cute. Anyway. Yeah. Don't worry, I've never really been out of Washington. So, let alone another country. All right. So we're gonna come in here and then I'm gonna let you guys go. Bum, 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 bum. Rion. Okay, so up here, let me get it on here. On here, right there, right there, that right there. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. So Rion's a little upset with me right now. I'll tell you why. So I climbed up there on, what's today? I climbed up there on Saturday and I trimmed her toenails. So she's a little pissed off at me right now, but she'll come down and say hi. Maybe. Hi, lovey. She's like, screw you, lady. You cut my toenails. You cut my toenails. You trimmed them so I could climb better. How dare you? She's right there. Oh, Rion. Hi. Hello. Come here. I got an apple. peace offering? That's how you lured me down to trim my toenails. Do you really think I'm going to fall for it again? Hi. Wise man said. Let's see if I can get her to come back down. TikTok, Facebook, Insta, here. All right, it's coming. That's awesome, Dan. Thank you. Okay, let me get her to start moving. Oh, Moses. My knees aren't what they used to be. Okay, come here. Come here. I'm not gonna trim your toenails. Come here. Okay, ready? She's gonna come down now. She smelled it. Hi, love. Hi, honeys. Gotta get around her log. There she is. There's my beautiful lady. Hello, look at those toenails, good and long, but yet good and short, all at the same time. So this is Rian. She's a two-toed sloth. Really remarkable creature. Now, as you can see, they always like to have 3 points of contact. See that? 1, 2, 3. This is Rian. Now the cool thing about sloths is every time they open and close their mouth, it is the teeth self-sharpen. Now the reason for that is because they eat such a thick leafy matter in the wild that their teeth have to be sharp to get through it. And so their teeth, their front sharp teeth, always are growing. They do not stop growing to allow them to constantly keep filing them down, which is so incredibly cool. Isn't she beautiful? Now Rian's been with us for about 9 years now. We got her and Adagio and the armadillo and the giant anteater and some lizards from a confiscation. Try to get both cameras in here. Now, I have to be honest with you guys, and this might make some of you very, very sad. If you're doing a sloth experience, please consider that sloth. Sloths are very, very delicate, gentle animals, and their heart is something of just, when a sloth's heart rate elevates, when it comes down, it can actually cause damage to the heart. Now these guys here, when you see them being transferred from person to person, is very stressful for a sloth. If you're going to do any kind of sloth experience, I recommend that you do one that doesn't involve petting and touching and all of that. I recommend that you do something of maybe feeding the sloth. And if they are feeding it, please don't make sure that they're overfeeding it rice and blueberries and all that kind of stuff. Sloths are only supposed to have about 10% of their diet consists of fruit. It's kind of the same way I feel if you go to a park and they give you bread to throw to the animals. I'm not for that. They need to have the actual nutritious filling food. The reason they do bread is because it's an empty calorie for them and they'll overindulge in that bread, but that can cause to a lot of health issues for those animals. I know that a lot of people, and trust me, there's nothing that would be funner than having an elk stick its head in my window and try to eat all of the bread that I have for it. I understand the want and the desire for that, but it's not healthy for the animals. So for me, if you're going to go to any kind of sloth experience, make sure that it's one where you're actually respecting the animals and providing good food for it. sadly, what people don't hear about is a lot of people do end up getting bit and things at those kind of experiences. I know one that's actually being sued right now because someone got bit. Hi. Hello. Hello, honey. Hello. You want more? That got bit because she was told to go in and reach and pet it. And there was another girl that got bit by a sloth, and all that does is create more leverage for those organizations that are against any kind of animal displaying, leverage to say, see. Now, like everything, there are people who in rescue who do it right, and there's people in rescue who do it wrong. I am not for the roadside zoos. I just am not. And I consider a roadside zoo an organization that doesn't take their animals' well-being into consideration and wants more of the wow factor rather than teaching people how to respect animals. For me, personally, that is what I consider a roadside zoo. I think that education and visiting animals is very important. I think kids actually seeing animals in a zoo kind of structure in an as natural as environment as possible, in a place where there's not a lot of pacing and things like that because they feel comfortable in their environment, that absolutely is essential to giving our kids that love and appreciation, that deep-seated love and appreciation. It's a scientific fact that kids that actually see animals in an up-close environment actually will grow a deeper-seated love and respect for animals than someone who doesn't. So, or someone who just sees them from afar or on the Discovery Channel or things like that. It is a remarkable thing to be able to see a bear swimming or a tiger swimming or anything like that. Now, people also have to understand that a lot of zoos don't purchase their animals. Some zoos do, but a lot of zoos are actually there for people who own things illegally. They do take in confiscations here and there if they have the appropriate facility. So, please know that not all zoos are bad. Adagio's not coming up here, honey. That's the turtles. She thought Adagio was coming up here because the turtles are making a clinking sound, and Adagio actually will try to unalive her. So that's why our sloths are separate. They're solitary animals, and Adagio is a jerk. They used to actually be together and be perfectly fine, and then one day Adagio woke up and decided that he wanted to try to kill her. And it was we were like, goodness sakes, man. So something hormonal happened. Anyway, in here I have my box turtle. Yeah, and please feel free to ask your questions, but don't be a jerk. And you're welcome to express your opinions, but just do it kindly. Like, if you don't disagree with me, that's totally cool. I'm okay with you not agreeing with me. I've just been doing it for 26 years, and I've seen the industry, and I've seen the exotic trade. I've seen how it works. I've seen animals come in from really bad situations. I've worked with zoos. So I'm talking from my personal experiences of why my ideas have formed and my opinions have formed to where they're at. And when you start to see what I've seen in my lifetime, you start to understand both sides of the fence a little bit, and there has to be that happy medium compromise to a certain extent. And animals' well-being though should not be what's compromised. So this handsome man right here is our box turtle, who completely closes up the moment you pick him up. Now, these are one of the only turtles that can actually fully close. They have a hinge right here that allows them to actually close their shell. Other turtles and tortoises have to just pull their feet in as far as they can and hope for the best, where this guy can actually fully be protected. Now you can see his little snout there, so he's not fully closed. Isn't that cool? Now, he came to us with shell rot, which has since then been healed. That's actually healed, but it's discolored because of the shell rot. He had been bitten by several different animals. He has a bite mark there. So he came from a pretty rough little situation, and we took this guy in, and he had shell softening. You can see how the shell kind of concaves in a little bit right there, and you can actually see how there's a different texture. That was the shell getting soft and then having to reharden. Now that can be due to a lot of different things, but mainly the main concern is that not getting enough calcium. So you have to kind of over provide the calcium and get that shell to get nice and hard again. Because not only does the shell get soft, his underbelly will get soft too. He does need the proper diet to be able to stay healthy. So, and that has to do everything with substrate and all of that stuff. All of that plays a vital role. Now I'll show you the difference. Give me 30 seconds to run back here to get a red-footed tortoise that is probably most likely going to pee on me. But you can watch this jumping box here. Now this is a tortoise. This is a red-footed tortoise right here. Isn't he cute? Cutie patootie. You've grown so much. You're so handsome. Now, the way you can tell a tortoise, male and female, concave to the shell. So the concave shell tells you it's a male, a flat shell is a female. So we have two boy red-footeds. And they came to us very, very tiny. I actually have a picture of my 2-year-old daughter going with this tortoise, sorry. You can see all the new growth that's happened. Isn't that awesome? Really strong, really healthy, beautiful shell, nice and hard like it's supposed to be. Absolutely gorgeous little fella here. Super cool. Look at those little red feet. Isn't that cute? I love tortoises. Now tortoises, a lot of people have tortoises due to how low maintenance they are. So, but they will dig. Now, last but not least, and then I'm gonna go get some lunch, and I have a whole bunch of computer work to do today. So Ren is a armadillo. She's found in South America. And she loves this box. This box is her whole world. We've tried replacing it. We've tried giving her other boxes. And she won't have it. Now, a lot of people go, oh, armadillos carry leprosy. I want to be very clear of how this works. I think there's a big misconception of people not understanding how rabies and things like that work. The animals have to be exposed to it. And so that means that somebody down, and the 9-banded armadillo is the only one that carries the leprosy, or can carry leprosy. You have to expose that armadillo to body fluids for them to catch leprosy, and then somebody, a human, would have to be exposed to an armadillo's body fluids to be able to get it. So it's super rare. Can it happen? Yes. Has it happened? Yes. Does it normally happen? No. Now rabies. Can a baby be born with rabies when mom or dad does not have rabies? No. They have to be exposed to it. And how they're exposed to it is, again, through fluids. So it has to be done through some kind of body fluid for them to be able to get it. So that's why if another animal is bit by another animal, that saliva is enough of a body fluid to be able to get rabies. Now there's animals that are called rabies vector species. And what that means is that animal can actually carry rabies for almost the entirety of its life and have it be dormant. So rabies vector species such as raccoons, skunks, things like that, foxes, they can carry that virus or that disease for their whole life. And then they bite somebody or bite something, and then a year later, that human can actually pass away from rabies. So that's why when people are bit by rabid dogs or something like that, you go in and you get a huge series of injections done, and it has to be done pretty immediate so that it prevents you from getting rabies. Now, rabies is deadly. Like, once it gets to that place, there is no coming back from it. But if it lives dormant until it blossoms and comes full rabies, that animal can actually live with it dormant in their body. So it's just really, really, really remarkable. That's why when people say, oh, I have a pet raccoon, I took it out of the wild, we get nervous about that because there is a chance that maybe that baby raccoon was exposed to rabies, is carrying rabies or distemper, watch out, and could bite a child on accident or bite you as the new owner by accident. And sometimes you can keep it, sometimes it can take up to an entire year for you actually to show signs that you were infected by rabies. So please make sure that if you find an abandoned raccoon, that you take it to a licensed rehabilitation center so that they can properly rehabilitate and re-release the animal. It's very, very important that you take it to somebody who knows what they're doing. Now, if you want to help a baby bird or something like that, because a rehabilitation clinic won't take it, that's up to you. But please take it to the professionals if you can and they're able to take it. So, huh?
Has online special deals.
That's actually like really cheap for them.
That's a really good price.
For a chicken sandwich, $5. It's not bad. Why? You don't have pizza today?
No.
You forgot your food?
Do you want one?
Do I want one? No. I'm having my chicken salad. My broccoli salad. It froze. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to eat my broccoli salad and...
Are you just cutting strawberries?
Yeah. So, and then I got to do some computer work. I got to check on Robin and see where she's at in the laundry. And then I got to build that enclosure. And then I got to go home and prepare for a board meeting tonight at 5:30 because it never stops in rescue at all. But I will show you here. Let me see if I can green screen. Sorry, hold on. Facebook froze. Facebook froze. Resume your live in 3, 2, 1. I don't want it to freeze on me if it does. See, it froze again. Okay, I'll show you here real quick. It's coming. They come in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know where 5's at. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aren't they cute? Aren't they adorable? So these guys are coming up to me from Redstone Husky. I'm going to foster them. Debbie is going to rehome them. And that is what happens when rescues work together to benefit the animal rather than benefiting yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's not about who gets the adoption fee. It's about who can save them and provide them a good home. So, these were not pulled. They were abandoned. They were taken to Janelle. Janelle didn't have the room. She put out a plea of help. Debbie and I could help her this round if it was paid for and brought up here. We are doing a fundraiser. The fundraiser is not for us directly, it's through Redstone Husky, since she is the one who is paying for all of this. You can find all of the links on her Facebook page at Redstone Husky or her personal website at redstonehusky.org. And we will get these guys up here. They're coming to my house on August 2nd, and they'll be rehomed in probably less than a week, to be honest. So it's a desirable breed up here. I know they're adorable. So we will, and it's 3 girls and 2 boys. So they will be coming. So if you want to help Redstone Husky out with her costs, please go to her page. I also have linked it on my Facebook page to links to her Zeffy campaigns. She gets 100% of the proceeds, and to put into perspective, to do all of this is costing $3,000. It's not cheap to rescue. And that's for transport, worming, vaccinations, emergency medical care, all of that, $3 grand for these guys to come up to Washington to find their forever home. And then when you really look at it, you have to think about it that even if these are adopted for $350 each, that doesn't even remotely absorb the cost of the vaccinations, the vetting that's been, the microchipping, and then the spay and neuter that's coming their way, because again, we don't spay and neuter until they're about 6 months or older. Within the first year is what is within Critters & Co.'s contract, is within the first year they have to be spayed and neutered, but we want them to get some of that development done. And then if you're like me now, I just want to do vasectomies on my dogs personally, but that's just me now, through my own personal experiences with doing it. But the average Joe Smo needs to absolutely 100% spay or neuter their dog, because it's a responsible dog owner at that point. So anyway, make sure you donate to Redstone Husky today. And you guys can't see it, so I'm sorry, because I don't think I can green screen on here that I'm aware of. I can't. So hold on one sec. I'm going to show you guys to each other. Those are the puppies that are coming, if you haven't already seen them on our Facebook page. So if you want to help out, go ahead and click on that link down below. And Janelle has already posted her receipt that she has already paid the $12.50 for transport to get them up here. So, and they're big puppies. They're already over 20 pounds and over, and they're like 12 weeks old. So I don't know if they're mixed with Dane or what they're mixed with, but they're mixed with something. So please make sure that you help us out with these guys to get them their forever home. We'll worry about finding that perfect home for them, but we do need your help with the finances to get them up here. So, and then tomorrow we'll be doing our $5,000 matching on YouTube and Facebook. But today I just don't have the energy, to be quite honest. I'm exhausted. So we will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. And make sure you don't. Okay, sorry, I have to comment on this before you do the 2. On the comment that says adopt, don't shop, I do agree with you, but at the same time, I don't agree with you. So here's my just quick on that. If you are in a position to rescue, please rescue. If you are in a position to buy from an ethical breeder, I am okay with that too. I think a lot of people don't understand that we have completely overbred in a whole bunch of crazy to our new dogs, and there's a lot of inbreeding that's been done. There's a lot of crossbreeding that's been done. Genetics do matter. I do believe that there's no bad dogs, but at the same time, I do believe that genetics play a huge part in that. So if you get an animal that was bred to unalive chickens or rats or mice, like a terrier, don't be surprised when that is a natural prey drive within your animal. And so if you are going to get a dog, please, 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 please do your research on that breed to make sure that you can provide them with the proper outlets to be able to exhaust the energy in which they need to exhaust. And here's the thing, when you get a dog from rescue, you don't know what you're getting for the most part. Sometimes you do. My Chow Shar Pei, I had no idea in a million years, I never would have guessed that my Chow Shar Pei had cattle dog in her. And let me tell you what, she's a little mountain goat and she herds things. So she doesn't have the energy, Chloe, she doesn't have the energy of a herding dog, but she has the energy of a herding dog. It's a very weird thing. So please, please, please make sure that if you are going to get a dog and you are going to adopt, that you do your research and that you understand some key things, like if you get a puppy, it's not coming to you potty trained most of the time, okay? You're probably gonna have a few accidents and it's not a reason to take the dog back to the rescue. It happens a lot. If you get a dog and it's too hyper for you, you clearly have not done the 3-3-3 rule. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. It takes up to 3 months for a dog to fully get comfortable and put within your routines. If you don't give the dog a chance, what do you expect? And lastly, please, if you do buy from a breeder, which I am not against buying from a breeder, do not buy the cheapest dog because it's cheap. Do your research, buy from an ethical breeder, somebody who champions their dogs, someone in the working group that actually breeds working dogs that are made for working purposes and are bred based off of disposition. You buy from a breeder that has a contract that if you're going to show the dog, it can stay unspayed and neutered, but it has to be championed and finished before it can be bred, and or has the pet quality contract that all dogs must be fixed by a certain age so that breeding does not take place. And for ethical breeding, it needs to be in their contract that if something goes wrong, they get their dogs back. They get their dogs back. That's also ethical rescue. If you take from a rescue and they're not willing to take a dog back from you and they go, sorry, that to me is not ethical rescuing. So if you're going to get, Chloe, if you're going to get an ethically bred dog, make sure that there are those clauses. They would take the dog back if something goes wrong with your family or some situation pops up, that they actually require it to be spayed or neutered if it's pet quality, and that if you are able to breed it, that it has to be championed or proven to be working, and DNA testing has to be done prior to that being able to happen, requiring you to get all the genetic testing so that you're not creating bad breed. That is ethical breeding. So if you want a good golden retriever, go ahead and find an ethical breeder that does golden retrievers. But if you are in the position to take a dog that might have several mental conditions and issues to work through, then yes, rescue, please, please, please rescue, because we need you more than ever. But there is nothing more sad than you taking a dog out of a rescue and having to return it because it doesn't fit you. So make sure that you actually do that. And a lot of rescues will foster to adopt. So if you're on the fence about a dog, see if you can foster it to adopt it. So that way you're not adopting a dog and then taking it back to shelter, but you're being a middle ground home for it. And do that foster to adopt. So, and most rescues will do foster to adopt if it's not being shipped to you. So if you're getting a dog from a different place, and then also if you're going to get a dog from rescue, please make sure that you're going through an ethical rescue that actually is doing temp testing on the dog before sending it to you. So all of these dogs will be temp tested not only at Janelle's facility, but at my facility, and then Critters & Co. So these are going through 3 temp tests. So again, that's important. So love you all. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you all tomorrow. And make sure you donate to Redstone Husky. So, all right. Love you. Bye.